What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick Kakis, and today, or I should say yesterday, the King's Fall raid from Destiny 1 was updated and added into Destiny 2 within Season of the Plunder. And of course, with the addition of a new raid, we have some sweet new raid loot, and that includes a new raid exotic weapon. In this case, the infamous Touch of Malice exotic scout rifle is back, with some twists. So in this video, we're going to be showcasing what the heck the Destiny 2 version of the Touch of Malice does. And so, let's get started. But of course, if you guys want to get this weapon, you're going to have to beat the King's Fall raid in D2. And if you want to do that, check out my complete King's Fall raid guide linked up above. Everything you need to know for beating this raid. Alright, now, first of all, how the heck do you get this thing? Because in Destiny 1, it was a lengthy exotic quest. Well, in Destiny 2, it's similar to other raid exotics where it's just a very rare chance to get it upon beating the final boss. But let's take a look at this thing's exotic perks. The intrinsic trait is also called Touch of Malice, and it says the final round in the magazine deals bonus damage, drawing from the wielder's life force and then regenerates itself. Rapidly defeating 3 targets restores health. And then it has another unique perk here called Charged with Blight, and this is something that the Destiny 1 version did not have. Precision hits drain combatants' life force and charge up a ball of darkness. Hold reload and then fire to unleash the Blight projectile, shrouding combatants in darkness and temporarily blinding them. Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy, so what the heck does that all look like in game? Well, if you have the Touch of Malice and you've never seen it before, you may notice an incredibly small 11-round magazine, but that's not really the full story. As you can see, first of all, this scout rifle has intrinsic full auto built in, and when I shoot those 11 rounds, it just gets stuck at 1 round and keeps going. Technically infinitely, but you'll also notice that it's actually using up my health. It's taking away health for every single shot when it's stuck at 1 round. And that is the whole, factor behind the Touch of Malice. So if you're willing to give up some health, you can do some pretty crazy things with the Touch of Malice. And part of that is, again, a damage increase. But what are we talking about there? Well, I did a test where I shot these dregs in the body, and it actually did a lot of damage for a body shot, 3,698 damage, and then I got down to that single round in the magazine where it's using my life and doing bonus damage, and guys, for that, I hit for 7,395. And you might have guessed it, that is double the initial damage, a 100% damage increase. So as long as you can give up some life, you have a full auto scout rifle with a technically infinite magazine size dealing 100% more damage per shot. Like, compare that to other damage increasing perks in Destiny 2. Multi-kill clip times 3 doesn't come close. One for all, not even close. Heck, you could be like in a well plus have kill clip 1 for all. I don't even think that would give you a 100% damage increase. And the crazy part is, use my example right there, if you're in a well, that's gonna be healing you constantly. And stuff like that is where you abuse this and negate the life-stealing effect. Because if you just try to use this thing normally, you will end up killing yourself as much as you're killing the enemies you're facing. But if you can find a way to constantly regenerate health to negate that life loss, again, you just have an insanely powerful weapon. Like, this thing in the life-stealing mode just beats out pretty much every other primary weapon in the game. It's up there with the Outbreak Perfected in terms of the most damage-dealing primary ever in Destiny 2. However, that's just one piece of the puzzle. Remember, we have a whole other perk that wasn't present in Destiny 1 where you can shoot blights at people. How does that work? Well, as you can see right here, every primary hit is going to give me charged with blight times 1, 2, 3, and you can't use it until you get to the maximum of times 10. So 10 headshots later, you can see I'm at charge with blight times 10, and then I can hold reload, you'll do a little animation, and the spinning thing will stop spinning. That's your indication that you're ready to go, and then when you shoot, it will quite literally shoot what the Taken captains shoot at you in PvE, that Taken Blight. And as you can see, it will also blind enemies nearby for a considerable amount of time. But I use a close range there. Let's use it again, and you can see that it actually has a relatively impressive range here. Now, damage-wise, it's not anything crazy, right? You're not absolutely schmelting enemies. I used it against a boss here, and it did around 18,000 damage against this boss. So again, nothing absolutely crazy, but the main reason you'd be using this is for the utility of blinding people. You have a built-in blinding grenade launcher shot into your primary weapon. So as an addition to all the other things, it's just like pure upside, right? Like it can do more than the original Touch of Malice, and it is just better for it. But at the same time, like, how good is this effect? I think it's more of a cool kind of gimmick than something actually super, super useful in the long run. But again, it's pure upside, so I'll take it. Now, overall, taking a look at the Touch of Malice, like I said earlier, if you're just using it normally, it's not actually that good of a weapon, because like you will kill yourself pretty fast, and even if you don't kill yourself, getting yourself down to half health to do a little bit of extra damage, yeah, it can often result in your death as well. And at the end of the day, this is a primary weapon, right? It's not like you're doing double damage with a sniper rifle here by using up your life force. Like, that would be absolutely game-breaking, right? So the damage is great, but switching to your special is still probably better. However, there's some things in Destiny 2 that certainly weren't present in Destiny 1 that makes the Touch of Malice extra juicy. So I'm on a Titan here. Guys, I just put on the Lorely Splendor Helm. That is going to, when I'm critically wounded, and it doesn't care how I'm critically wounded, that could include doing damage to myself with the Touch of Malice, it's going to use my class ability, and it's going to heal me constantly. And also, hey, why not throw on the Well of Life mod for even more healing? And guys, with this combo, this is showing the power of the Touch of Malice. As you can see, I just use it normally. I stay at 1 round in the mag, and I don't even care about the life loss, because as soon as I get low, my Lorely Splendor Helm is going to trigger and I go right back up, and I can keep standing in that sunspot and constantly regen health. So I am just yeeting enemies with a 100% damage increase Touch of Malice. I'm actually healing more than I'm taking damage now, so I'm just like full auto mode on these enemies, no problems at all, and that is just insane. And so that is the really exciting part about the Touch of Malice being added into Destiny 2. We have so many more tools at our disposal. Destiny 1 didn't have anything close to the builds and mods and so on of D2. So if you can put together one of those builds where you have a lot of health regeneration or healing present, the Touch of Malice is ripe to absolutely abuse within the game. Now keep in mind the intrinsic perk from the Touch of Malice itself will give you a little bit of healing if you get 3 rapid kills, but it's not very much, and if you just keep holding the trigger, the lifesteal will kind of override that increase pretty quickly. Now, for PvP, I hear the damage increase is not double, it's around a 30% damage increase. Still pretty substantial. In that, though, your enemies are much faster to capitalize on if you're low health whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. But guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.